Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to subscribe, hopefully hitting that notification bell, for liking and commenting. Everything that you do really helps my channel to grow. I am quite shocked that I'm up to 44 subscribers at last count after only a few short weeks, so thank you so much for liking what I do. Anything that I can do to improve, do please reach out and let me know. Any suggestions are greatly appreciated, so thank you so much for if you do take the time to do that. So I am a budget mama. I am based in the UK and I have a family of 3. There's myself, my husband and our tiny human. And we have transitioned to a cash budget, which is currently doing a fantastic job of helping us to stick to our budget and to allow us to save a little bit of money and also stop us getting into debt. Everything is getting more expensive. Our bills, the petrol, food, gas, electric, everything is getting more and more expensive, and we are finding it harder and harder to make ends meet at the moment. I did recently get a part-time job, but this week we only have £40 coming in from that part-time income because I had COVID for nearly 2 weeks, and so I had to take a bit of time off sick, and that has had a big impact on our part-time budget. So let's get into it. So we only have £40 this week. So I made a list of what we would normally put our money into. So the part-time income normally gets saved or put into sinking funds to pay for bigger things like gifts through the year, or work that we would like to get done on our boat, or holidays. So we would normally put 120 a week away. That is not possible when I've only brought in £40. So what can we do? Let's see how we can stretch this. So I did mention a couple of weeks ago that we are going away in September. So if we miss 1 week's worth of paying into the holiday, that is not the end of the world. So that is probably the first place that I'm going to cut back. So that brings us down to 70. Yes, I would like to get work done on the boat, but that is not life or death. That is not something we have to do right now. So if we cut back on the boat, that brings us down to 50. Savings, I would like to put some money into savings, but maybe we could cut that back a little bit. I did have to drain a good chunk of our savings because I recently had to buy a new phone, and although the phone itself didn't cost me anything up front, there were some accessories that I had to pay for. So I've already taken 50 out of savings, so I would like to put back. But if we cut that back to maybe just 10, gifts I would definitely like to put 10 into, because this, over the course of the year, is going to pay for everything from birthdays to Christmas, hopefully. And then fun money, we do have a good chunk of money in fun money, and I said I was going to cap that at £50. So let's see what we've got in fun money, and maybe by cutting back we can possibly still put a little bit of money into our savings challenge. So what are we going to do? Let's see what's in fun money first. So we have 20, 30, 35, 40, 41. So if I take the 1 out and put 10 in to our fun money instead of 20, that brings us up to £50. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, which is what I said that I would cap it at. So we've only put £9 into fun. So, okay. This is looking better. And this is what it's all about. By having the budget, I find that we are able to adjust our spending based on what is coming in. We also look ahead more because we know that we only have a certain amount of money. So if I know that there's a birthday coming up, or if I know that there's a holiday coming up, I'm planning for those much further in advance than I used to. So that is one of the ways that we are really managing to stick to our budget. So currently in gifts we have 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45 in gifts. I am going to put the full 10 into gifts, like I say, because paying into this across the year is going to pay for gifts through the year and also Christmas if I am thrifty and frugal. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take 10 out and put my 20 in. Okay, so I've still got £21. Right, so saving, so 10 went into gifts. Savings, I'm going to put 10 into, like I say, because I took a lot out, I want to try and build that up again. It's just so nice having a little pot of money that we can dip into for, you know, unforeseen things, which normally would have ended up either going on a credit card years ago when we were using our credit cards. We don't use them anymore, but we do still have a couple of active ones. So if we were in a desperate pinch, we could still use them, but by having our little savings pots and by working to a budget, we can effectively borrow from ourselves. So that is much preferable to us than borrowing money from a credit card company. So there's currently £50 in here, so I'm going to add 10 to that, bringing that up to 60. And then that allows me £11 to go into the savings challenge. Yeah. Okay, so we've done 9, so we've done 29, 30, 40, yeah. So we can put £11 into the savings challenge. Now, it may not seem like a lot, and some of you may think, well, why not put that £11 into, say, the savings or the fun money or something? And really, it's as much a mental thing as anything else. If I wasn't putting money into the savings challenge, I would feel like I had failed this week. Now, I know if you watch my last video, I know that we have already put £50 into our savings challenge this week, which was amazing because it means that we spent less than £50 last week. But by thinking, oh, well, I've already put 50 in and not paying in from our part-time income, I feel like we would lose momentum. And I don't know, it's mental. Whatever keeps you going, and I feel like paying into the savings is going to keep that momentum up and it's going to keep us going forward. So as always, I have forgotten to take the savings challenge out of my coffee tin, so forgive the noise. I will be as quiet as possible. So I think we are only going to manage to pay into the weekly challenge because I don't really have any spare. I don't really have any change. The change tends to come from the weekly spending money rather than the part-time income. So we're only able to fill number 11, but I feel like that is better than nothing. It's much better than thinking, well, you know, I'm just going to put the full 20 into fun money and really we won't have felt like we've missed out, even though we've had a much smaller income than usual. So I would rather our fun money suffer than our savings goals. So number 11 goes to the back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 10 envelopes filled now, which, you know, it's not that much when you consider it's a 52 envelope challenge, but we're gonna get there. So on the topic of COVID, I am now testing negative. My husband and my daughter, luckily, I mean, maybe luckily is not the right term, given that I quarantined in one room of the house for 10 full days, but I managed not to pass it on to my daughter and my husband, which I would have been absolutely mortified if I'd have given them COVID. So number 11 is done. So yeah, it was not, COVID was not fun. I would not recommend it. Especially the first 4 or 5 days, I was really suffering with a fever and cold sweats, and it was like aching everywhere. I had really bad muscle aches and a banging headache for about 4 days straight. So definitely don't recommend it, but I'm all better now. I've still got a little bit of a frog in my throat and a little bit of a cough, but I am testing negative. So that's fantastic. So we did, and then we did, so we did 9 into fun, 10 into gifts, 10 into savings, and then savings challenge was 11, which gave us the £40. So it's a bit of a quick one today. There wasn't a lot to put into our sinking funds and stuff, but it's possibly a good one to watch if you do have a variable income, or if you do have a week where you need to go off sick. It's the budget for us, as much as anything, is to keep us accountable, and it is to help us adjust our spending based on our income. So our income is going to go down again because I'm off. So I've got an operation on Friday. Wait, when are you watching this? So you'll be watching this on a Friday. So the Friday after this is uploaded, I'm having an operation on my wrist on my hand because I've got really quite severe carpal tunnel in my left hand. So that means that I'm going to be off work again. So I feel really bad for the supermarket that I work for, because I will have been off for the better part of a month by the time I've had the op and recovered. But ultimately, my health comes first, and if that needs time off, then they are going to have to struggle on without me. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, so that you are made aware of any new videos that I upload. I am currently uploading twice a week. I'm not sure whether to cut that down to just once and stuff the weekly spending money and the sinking funds all in one go. So by combining the part-time income with the weekly spending money that comes out of the full-time income, I feel like that's going to give us a slightly bigger amount to stuff, which might be more, I don't know, enjoyable to watch. Let me know. Comment down below if you would rather see one video a week stuffing a little bit more money, and stuffing the weekly spending money and the sinking funds and savings all in one go. Let me know what you would prefer. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please, if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up and consider commenting down below if there's anything that I could improve, or if there's anything that you want to see in the future. So thank you so much again. Take care and happy budgeting.